Good morning everyone and welcome to Stretford Paddock. Welcome to outside Old Trafford weather report, because that's the thing we do. Parker's going to be on now for the foreseeable future. I don't think that's going to be your judge anymore. It's more whether are we wearing gloves or are we wearing hats. No hat, no bobble hat yet today, but let us know in the comments, who do you think is the first presenter that's going to crumble and end up wearing a bobble hat on the news in the morning? I'm going to go for Casey Evans. Probably high odds with Jay Motti, for understandable things. He's not got other things that to cover his head. But I'm going to go Casey Evans. But let me know in the comments who you think's going to be the news. But before that, we're playing Paris Saint-Germain tonight. Big game. Manchester United back in the Champions League. I'm excited. I think everyone's a little bit excited. Everyone's a little bit nervous. Not the best start to the season for Manchester United, but Manchester United back in the Champions League and back with a huge game against Paris Saint-Germain. The lads are in Paris, all ready for tonight's kickoff at 7:45. So make sure you'll be tuning in to Stretford Paddock tonight. We'll have team news, we'll have a watch along and your usual reviews after the game. So make sure you're subscribing and make sure you're ready for Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain tonight. So this morning we're going to talk a lot about the press conference last night with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He confirmed a lot of the reports, around 4 o'clock last night, saw the team going onto the plane and said that Maguire and Cavani were missing. We were all kind of expecting or hoping at least that it was a case of Manchester United were going to send them a little bit late. It's only an hour away to get to Paris, so I think people were hoping that those players were going to head out to Paris a little bit later today. But no, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirmed in his press conference that we have got some injuries and we have got a few players missing. The notables, Harry Maguire's got what was reported to be a small tear. Not quite sure, it didn't happen in the game because he didn't come off or anything like that, but small tear for Harry Maguire. He's not going to be in today's squad, but should be fit for the weekend. Also confirmed missing, Eric Bailly injured again. More worrying signs that Eric Bailly is going to be injured again. And, even though he didn't come into the team and play great against Spurs, it was good to see that he had back-to-back games for Manchester United. But again now, he's out of the team again. We'll wait and see how long it takes for him to come back and recover. Other notable missing, Jesse Lingard hasn't made the squad, and also Mason Greenwood still not fit after the weekend. Now, I think that the one thing with Mason Greenwood is I think Ollie may be protecting him a little bit. I think there's a lot of stress on him at the start of this season with the incident away with England. I didn't have the chance to give him a little break after that, but I think that Ollie expects him to play an important role, especially with Anthony Martial out for the next 2 games, and on to the next player, Edinson Cavani. He's not quite ready for Manchester United. Ollie came out and said, look, he's not injured, he's very fit, he's come into the squad and done really well, he trains really well, he's a naturally fit player, but he's only been with us twice. He's only had one proper training session because one of the sessions was on Sunday morning whilst the lads were in the recovery session. So again, no Edinson Cavani. I think everyone was kind of hoping that this could have been his debut, could have been against his old club, but no Edinson Cavani. So a little bit of a weakened squad going to Paris, whether that's a little bit with eye in mind of Chelsea. We've got this ridiculous run of games where we've got Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, we've got Leipzig, and then we've got Arsenal the weekend after. Whether there's a little bit of in mind that maybe a little bit of rotation, maybe a little bit of let's give these lads a bit of a chance to recover, and also maybe in the back of all his mind, whilst the Champions League obviously is a huge competition and Manchester United should be competing on all fronts, he knows we've not got the squad to do that, and he knows that what's going to make or break his time at Manchester United as a manager is his performances in the league and maybe winning the more realistic chances of trophies in the League Cup and the FA Cup. So maybe Ollie's got that in mind. Maybe this is a good opportunity to kind of sneakily rest a couple of players in there. But let us know what your starting 11 is going to be. I think the guaranteed starters are only Anthony Martial because he's suspended in the league, so there's no need for him to be rested. And on to my next thing is Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was sat next to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the press conference yesterday and was clearly a little bit shocked. Callum will put the picture on of Bruno Fernandes there, to be told that he'll be captaining Manchester United today. Massive for Bruno Fernandes, considering how short a time he's been at the club to be captaining Manchester United in in the Champions League is huge. So yeah, Solskjaer mentioned that Bruno Fernandes is going to be captain for this game, and he said Bruno's come in and had a great impact with all stats showing that his performance has been receiving real great praise as well. Not changed the team, but sparked the team. He sits next to me. Bruno will be captain against PSG. And then Bruno went on to say, I was not expecting this to be captain. I find out this the same time as you can see by his face. It's an honour, an important achievement for me. The captain is everyone. Everyone needs help to be a leader in their way. It's a very good thing, I think, that Bruno Fernandes is captain. I think everyone's seen him come in and have the effect on the team in terms of his performances. Everyone's seen his reactions to things. There was the big thing made of the Victor Lindelof thing against Sevilla last year, where he clearly called him out in the middle of the game, which is what you want to see for Manchester United players. And also there was rumours that he was kicking off at half-time in the Spurs game, which I think we're all expecting. There's clips this week of him shouting at Alex Telles in training. I think Bruno Fernandes has got very high standards, which is what is needed at Manchester United. I think the one thing that it kind of shows, though, is the situation that Ollie came into and the situation that the Manchester United squad's in terms of we've not really got that many captains in the squad. For Harry Maguire to be given the captain's armband, having only been at the club for 6 to 8 months. Now, what looks like his second in command is Bruno Fernandes, who's only been here since January. It just shows that Ollie came into a team that was really lacking leaders and was lacking captain material. You go back to the great Manchester United teams. You go back to probably our most recent one in 2013. You had De Gea very young in the team, but then you had Evra could easily be captain, Vidic could easily be captain, Ferdinand could easily be captain, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Wayne Rooney, Van Persie. If they all put the captain's armband, you wouldn't be surprised about it. But now Manchester United are really struggling for that, and we're going down to players that have been at the club for less than 12 months as our club captain, and less than 8 months as kind of the filling captain. There's obviously arguments about Paul Pogba to be captain. I've seen people calling on Marcus Rashford to even be captain, but it's a great thing that we've got players like Bruno in the squad, but it's also a bit worrying that we've got players that have only been here for 8 months and are now being given the captain's armband. Hopefully this is going to change. This is what Ollie wants to bring in. He wants more leaders in the squad, and hopefully over the next 12 months we can get to that stage. Another player spoken about in the press conference was Axel Tuanzebe. Ollie's happy to see him back in the squad. Probably going to get his first start of the season tonight, with no Harry Maguire, with no Eric Bailly in the squad. It's looking likely Victor Lindelof will start, and then alongside him probably Axel Tuanzebe. And my feeling is we're going to go to a back three with Luke Shaw in there as well. I don't see us playing a back four in Paris with Tuanzebe and Lindelof. I can see us going back to a back three, but what a game to come into for Axel Tuanzebe, not played at all for the first team for, I think, since probably end of last year, end of 2019. So huge for Axel Tuanzebe to come into the squad in Paris, playing against one of the best teams in the world, or second runners-up in the Champions League last year. So big performance needed from Axel Tuanzebe tonight. So looking at Paris Saint-Germain, who have they got injured? There's a couple of players that are definitely out for them. Marco Verratti out, Icardi, Paredes, Carrere and Bernat will miss the game tonight. Tuchel confirmed that Di Maria and Kurzawa are available though. So not a full strength squad for PSG, but definitely in a better position than Manchester United. Going into this game, there will always be talk about the ex-players. Obviously Di Maria, what happened last time at Old Trafford, Ashley Young throwing him over a board, and then the great performance in the second leg. Another player that's gone the other way now to Paris Saint-Germain is Ander Herrera, and it's going to be tough for me to see him in a PSG shirt. I was a big fan of Ander Herrera, as was a lot of people at Manchester United, and Ollie mentioned in his press conference saying he hopes he doesn't start because he's such a nice lad and such a very good player. I think he will start. Herrera was speaking to the Telegraph about his time at Manchester United and kind of his intentions about he didn't really want to leave the club. He was happy there as he is now at PSG. It was not a secret I was negotiating for more than 1 year, but I expected more from the board after my third season at the club when I was the player. They didn't come to me that summer. They didn't even call me, and that was very painful for me because I had a feeling I was giving everything. I'm saying that I have a huge respect for Ed Woodward, a huge respect for the board. They have treated me fantastically. I know they want the best for Manchester United, but in football, in life, in every company in the world, sometimes you don't think the same way, and I respect that. If I see Ed, I will give him a hug. We just had different opinions about Manchester United, and that's, worrying facts. I think there's no secret that there was a money gap in what Ander Herrera wanted, and he wanted very high wages. And again, there was the talk that the Sanchez thing had kind of just skewed the wages completely, and that he was asking for ridiculous wages for what he was worth, but not in relation to Alexis Sanchez. Not seeing things the same way as Ed Woodward. I think there's a lot of Manchester United fans feeling the same way. I don't think that Ander Herrera would walk into Manchester United's team straight away now, but I do think it wasn't great to lose him at the time. I think he's a very good player for Manchester United, and it's going to be tough to see him tonight, and I'm hoping he doesn't have a good performance against Manchester United. So that's the paper talk for this morning. That's the look at the pre-game stuff ahead of PSG, a couple of things from the press conference. So make sure you've liked this video, make sure you're subscribing, and make sure you're joining us tonight. We'll be back at about 6:45 for a team news video. Then we'll have the watch along with Stephen Howson, Adam McCullough and Joe Smith. Me and Jay Mott will be around to do the usual halftime show, and we'll be back for a review after the game, as well as fan cams and all that stuff. So make sure you're subscribing, make sure you hit the notification bell to know when we're going live, and I'll see you soon.